100 years is not the measure of time. It is the measure of trust, passed from one cadet to the next. In the year 1922, a school was founded. Not of privilege, but of purpose. Not to produce rulers, but to prepare guardians. It began with a question. What if the sons of Indian soldiers were trained to lead? The answer was King George's Royal Indian Military School. Born out of the raw courage and sacrifice of Indian soldiers in the First World War, the Rashtriya Military Schools today stand not merely as institutions, but as living tributes, honoring a century of discipline, duty, and distinction. Across the length and breadth of India, the cadets and alumni of the Rashtriya Military Schools are proudly known as the Georgians, forged in values of leadership, discipline, honor, and service before self. This legacy began a century ago. The Rashtriya Military Schools trace their roots to a singular figure, His Majesty King George V, Emperor of India, from 1910 to 1936. When over 1 million Indian soldiers served in the First World War, with more than 60,000 making the ultimate sacrifice. Witnessing their unwavering courage, King George V was deeply moved. As a gesture of gratitude and lasting welfare, he personally funded the establishment of educational institutions in India for the children of these brave soldiers. In the aftermath of the Great War, India was remembered. Their courage demanded not just medals, but memory. And so, on the 25th of February 1922, in Jalandhar, a foundation stone was laid for a mission. The King George V Royal Indian Military School was born of gratitude.
A few years after the First World War, 2 colleges were founded in India. They were called after their founder, King George's Royal Indian Military Colleges.
Just days later, on 3rd March 1922, another foundation stone was laid at Jhelum. Together, these twin institutions rose from the heart of Punjab, then known as the Sword of India, home to India's proud martial races. When the school at Jalandhar finally opened its doors on 15th September 1925, it welcomed not just students, but a generation of quiet resolve.
Their purpose was to provide the sons of Indian soldiers with 2 things, a sound education and a spirit of leadership.
This was the first military school established in Asia. Their motto, Zamana Dekho, Aage Badho. Observe the world, move forward. On 15th November 1930, a 3rd KGRIMS was established in Ajmer to cater for sons of soldiers who were Jats, Rajputs, and other classes. The school was planned with total strength of 153, with first batch of 41 cadets.
No praise is too high for these fine men who are doing so much for the Empire.
During the Second World War, the schools were redesignated as a college. The cadets of these 3 institutions were specially granted emergency commission to fill large vacancies of officer cadre during World War II. As World War II concluded, carrying forward his father's vision, King George VI added 2 more vital institutions in the southern peninsula. The 4th school was established in Belgaum in 1945, in the heart of the Deccan, with initial strength of 96 cadets. Just a year before independence in 1946, Bangalore became the 5th pillar in the Georgian family. 100 South Indian boys studying at Ajmer and Jalandhar, were transferred to Bangalore. Then came 1947, independence and partition of India. A new nation, faced with the immense responsibility of providing leadership at every level. To meet the burgeoning leadership needs of independent India, a monumental reorganization occurred in 1952. Based on the recommendations of the Kunzru Committee, these institutions were re-envisioned as residential public schools, ending the focus on military ethos and training. Renamed now simply as King George's Schools. This transformative step democratized public school education, bringing it within reach of the middle and lower middle classes for the very first time. Admissions were strategically broadened, with 50% of vacancies now open to the sons of service officers and civilians. The objective too evolved: to turn out a class of young men sound in body and mind, with a wholesome personality that would provide the necessary leadership not only to the armed forces but also in other professions. The curriculum embraced the University of Cambridge's Senior Cambridge Certificate, later briefly the Indian School Certificate. The motto of the schools was changed from Service Before Self to Play the Game. In 1952, the Jalandhar school relocated to Nowgong, Madhya Pradesh, into the erstwhile Kitchener College campus, before finding its permanent home in Chail, Himachal Pradesh in 1960 on the estates of Patiala royalty. In the post-independence era, the fifth and final Rashtriya Military School was established at Dholpur, Rajasthan, founded in 1962. On the behest of erstwhile Maharani of Dholpur state, the school was housed in the Kesar Bagh Palace. The educational curriculum of all schools was realigned with the Central Board of Secondary Education, CBSE, from the 1963-64 academic session, reflecting the changing socio-political fabric of the nation. In 1966, the King George's Schools were redesignated as military schools, with the present-day motto, Sheelam Param Bhushanam, character is the highest virtue. The military schools were later redesignated as Rashtriya Military Schools in 2007, marking a new chapter in their evolution. The aim of the schools was also revised as to provide quality education and prepare the students to join defense services as commissioned officers. Post-independence, schools have been functioning under control of Ministry of Defense. The Rashtriya Military Schools embody a proud century-old tradition of discipline, resilience, and service. For over 100 years, the core daily routine of a cadet has stood unwavering, demanding physical fitness, mental alertness, and moral integrity. In a historic stride towards inclusivity and gender equality, 2022 saw the enrollment of girl cadets across all RMS campuses in India. These institutions remain steadfast in their mission to nurture well-rounded individuals, fostering leadership, academic excellence, and character that endure, that act as a beacon lifelong. The Rashtriya Military Schools have over the years come to establish themselves as premier residential schools in the country. The schools have today state-of-the-art training facilities as well as the best infrastructure for holistic grooming of cadets. The house system at Rashtriya Military Schools fosters camaraderie and a strong sense of identity, uniting cadets in brotherhood where seniors are affectionately addressed as Bhaiya and Bhai Sahab. This tradition, coupled with spirited competition in academics, sports and cultural activities, nurtures leadership, teamwork and resilience, teaching cadets to pursue victory with dedication, accept defeat with grace, and carry the bonds of brotherhood for life. Sports and physical fitness are an integral part of life at Rashtriya Military Schools. Each cadet is encouraged to participate in a variety of games. Regular inter-house competitions and annual sports meets help instill teamwork, discipline, and a healthy spirit of competition. Georgians have a proud legacy of excelling in sports at national and international levels, earning rich accolades and top national sports awards. Adventure training is a vital part of life at Rashtriya Military Schools, instilling endurance, leadership, and a spirit of exploration in every cadet. Over the years, the Georgian banner has proudly flown high in numerous expeditions and challenges, standing as a testament to the unyielding Georgian spirit. The principals and teaching staff have deservedly earned gratitude and reverence of their cadets over the years, with their selfless dedication and commitment to academic and holistic development of their charges into brave men of character, resilience, and professional excellence. They have discharged their responsibility not only as teachers, but have also provided vital parental guidance when needed. Together with dedicated administrative and support staff, they continue to blend discipline, academics, and values to shape cadets into leaders of character. Rashtriya Military Schools have marked their milestones with great pride and distinguished guests. In 2005, RMS Ajmer celebrated its Platinum Jubilee, honored by the presence of Honorable President of India, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. The year 2022 saw three grand occasions: RMS Dholpur's Diamond Jubilee with alumnus and former Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Shri Akhilesh Yadav, RMS Bangalore's Platinum Jubilee with the President of India Shri Ram Nath Kovind, and RMS Belgaum's Platinum Jubilee with the Deputy Chief of Army Staff. The legacy now leads to 2025 as RMS Chail prepares to celebrate its glorious centenary, honoring 100 years of legacy, tradition, and service. The Georgians Association Delhi organized Georgians Centenary celebrations for alumni of all 5 Rashtriya Military Schools on 6th September 2025 at Manekshaw Center, Delhi, marking the foundation of its oldest school, RMS Chail, completing 100 years of its establishment at Jalandhar on the 15th of September 1925. The centenary was equally significant for sister schools at Ajmer, Belgaum, Bangalore and Dholpur, who were an indispensable and important part of this 100-year journey, with their alumni having made an equally valuable contribution to the rich Georgian legacy. The event was unprecedented and history-making, bringing together over 400 alumni from all 5 schools, besides 100 cadets, 20 from each school, to mark the centenary, along with principals and staff members from all 5 schools. Never before had the Georgian fraternity got together in such large numbers. For an event, besides bringing generations of Georgians together, the event went a long way in instilling pride in the present generation of Georgians in the 5 schools and strengthening camaraderie and bonds of brotherhood among the Georgian fraternity. General Upendra Dwivedi, PVSM, AVSM, the Chief of the Army Staff, graced the occasion as chief guest.
The Rashtriya Military Schools are a cornerstone of India's efforts to build a strong and prosperous nation. The contribution extends far beyond the production of military officers. Your enduring legacy is a testament to the unique mission of your schools and the dedication of the staff and students alike.
The aim of the schools and the most fondly cherished dream of a cadet is to join the defense services as a commissioned officer. Over the years, Georgians from all 5 schools have made their parents and alma maters proud by excelling at the nation's premier military academies. The commissioning parade, RMS cadets have earned top honors, including the coveted Sword of Honor, the mark of all-round excellence in pre-commission training. Their achievements inspire generations and uphold a legacy of officers defined by service, courage, and excellence. Georgian fraternity prides in having two of its alumni currently holding the most important appointments in the country, that of the National Security Advisor and Minister for External Affairs. Besides the defense services, Georgians have a very proud legacy of excelling in all spheres of national life: politics, civil services, academia, corporate, sports, et al. Rashtriya Military Schools hold a deep and abiding respect for the brave hearts who made the ultimate sacrifice in service to the nation. By remembering their stories and upholding their ideals, RMS ensures that the spirit of sacrifice remains a living part of its tradition, shaping young leaders who carry forward the same unwavering commitment to duty and country.